Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a low fiber diet, why we use this strategy, and how to utilize it on fight week. A low fiber diet can be a really good strategy to utilize on fight week to lose up to 2 to 3% of your body weight. This is because a low fiber diet can induce acute losses in body weight when conducted over 3 to 5 days. This happens by reducing the mass of undigested fiber, bacteria, and water retained in your intestines. When we eat fiber, it's a nutrient that our body can't fully digest, and fiber ends up sitting in our digestive system. Fiber also draws water into your intestines as well. So if we remove fiber from your intestines, then we may also remove some water weight. And by removing the undigested fiber, bacteria, and water attached to it, this means that we're going to be seeing some losses on the scale and your weight is going to go down. This process may lead to losses of anywhere between 0.5 upwards of 3% of your body weight. But this is dependent on your habitual fiber intake. This type of strategy was first used in medical practices for colon related surgeries to remove fiber from your intestines. And from there, it's made its way over into combat sports to help athletes make weight. Before the use of a low fiber diet, a lot of combat sport athletes would use laxatives, and although they do give you the same outcome, laxatives can cause excessive dehydration, which we want to try and avoid from this strategy, because using laxatives alongside other strategies that you typically use on fight week may lead to excessive dehydration that could severely impact your health and performance. One of the only high quality published studies on this area found that participants who followed a low fiber diet for 5 days, which meant eating 10 grams or less of fiber, lost on average 0.6 kilograms. You can follow a low fiber diet by cutting your carbohydrate intake, which most people will end up doing on fight week, as this is where most of your fiber will come from in your diet. And you can also opt for low fiber foods and low fiber vegetables like asparagus, tomato, onion, lettuce, and really any type of berry. You can also take the skins off of your fruit and veg as well, as this is where most of the fiber lies within your fruit and veg. Self-reported feedback from this study found that 95% of the subjects in this study found the diet well tolerable, and they highlighted that they would implement this strategy in the future. There was a slight increase in their appetite, which is to be expected because fiber is a really good tool to regulate your appetite. Their stool frequency decreased and their stool softness also reduced as well. And this is typically what I find anecdotally with athletes who use this strategy on fight week. 6 participants in this study reported adverse events such as stomach cramps, poor sleep, bloating, and mood alterations. We know that a low fiber approach is a really good strategy to use on fight week, as it's low risk to your health and it really won't affect your performance. It's also a really good strategy to use for same day weigh-ins too. Personally, the people who see the biggest losses from a low fiber diet on fight week are the ones who have an abundance of fiber in their diet already. If you haven't got fiber in already, that strategy isn't going to be effective on fight week because you can't take something out of your body that isn't there in the first place. Fiber is not only really helpful for the weight making aspect for combat sport athletes, but it's really important for your general health as well. Fibre supports your overall digestive health. It prevents constipation and promotes regular bowel movements. It improves blood sugar control. It can also lower your LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol, by binding to it in the body and helping your body remove this type of cholesterol. Fibre is also a really good nutrient that supports weight management and can help you lose weight. High fibre foods are often more filling and more satiating. It can help you control your appetite throughout the day, reducing the overall amount of calories that you're consuming in a day, which can help you maintain your energy deficit to lose weight. Fibre also supports your gut microbiome. Fibre acts as a prebiotic and it feeds the beneficial good bacteria already in your intestines. This can play a role in regulating your immune system, inflammation, and your overall well-being. The recommended daily intake of fibre is around 15 grams per 1,000 calories. So for an individual on a 2,000 calorie diet, you want to try and aim for 30 grams of fibre per day. Some tips to get your 30 grams of fibre in are to eat carbohydrates, so have a high carbohydrate diet. You want to aim for starchy carbohydrates. Try and get a good amount of whole grain carbohydrates in. So if you're having pasta, try and have whole grain pasta, whole grain bread, whole grain bagels, as this will help increase your fibre. You also want to opt for 5 to 7 serves of fruit and vegetables per day, maybe adding some nuts into your diet, some dark chocolate, some seeds, as this will all contribute to your fibre intake for the day. If you struggle to get 30 grams of fibre in and feel like you have poor digestive health, then you can opt for a fibre supplement as well. I really like this strategy on fight week, but there aren't many drawbacks with a low fibre approach. If your fibre intake is already high, then you can lose up to 2 kilograms, which is a lot of weight, especially if you're tight on your weight.